What's up, everyone? It's the Autistic Scyther here, and, well, since part 1 is already up and running, it's now time for part 2. And, if you're wondering about the differences in light, well, considering how when I made part 1, it was basically still pretty light out, that I could have natural light with my video. Now I'm going to have to use my lamp behind me for the lighting thus far, so apologize if it's a little more brighter than it normally would be. Alright, now with that being said, let's keep this party going with the... And before, and again, like I always say, since part 1's up, I suggest you watch part 1 first, then come back to this video for part 2, aka the remaining 4 entries. So, yeah, with that out of the way, let's get back into the party. And I apologize for that cringiness. Oh boy. Alright. Moving on next at number 4, we have Running of the Bulb. Oh boy! Seriously. One thing about me, every time I play a Mario Party game, I tend to have that one game that I always end up latching onto that I enjoy. And more often than not, when it comes down to it, that game is always a, I guess a race style or free-for-all sort of game, which is really interesting to say the least. However, that being said, one of my favorite games just in this sort of style has to be our number 4 entry, Running of the Bulb. I mean, basically, one of the 4 players in this minigame is holding on to a light bulb. And basically, you're all running to try and get it to a little console to plug it in to basically light up the entire room. That being said, at the same time, you're being chased by ghosts who want nothing more than to extinguish that light. Basically, all I gotta say is that this one's fun, because not only are you running the light bulb to the console, but you're basically punching ghosts out of the way to make sure there's a clear path. And if you're basically caught by one of the ghosts and possessed, basically all the other players have got to do is punch you in order to free you from your possession. Which, honestly, surprisingly enough, I have never seen in any fail states where basically the ghosts basically win. But in all fairness, I have to say it, this is fun no matter what. And I always tend to enjoy it, and it always tends to bring a smile to my face every time it came up whenever I played Mario Party 1. No matter what. That being said, it's not the best, but yeah, we'll get to that soon enough. Moving on next at number 3, we have, of course, Bobsled Run. Remember I said there's not that many 2 versus 2 minigames, but in terms of it, the 2 versus 2 minigames on here are always some of the best. First, of course, we have, of course, these Treasure Divers, and now Bobsled Run. And honestly, This is one of the most iconic tracks ever. Basically, you're just running a bobsled and just sledding down a track, trying to get to the end before them. And honestly, simple as that, but still fun no matter what. And granted, again, I gotta bring up Mario Party 2's idea of bobsled run to the fact that they have actual bobsleds. But the reason why the Mario Party 1 version takes the number 3 spot are because of the penguin bobsleds. Reason is that, as Nico BBQ someone puts it, either Nico BBQ or Peanut Butter Gamer somehow puts it, they have boomy holes. Yeah, I do not know what Nintendo, I don't know what person at Nintendo basically decided to, thought it was funny enough to put this inside of the game in the first place. But honestly, all I gotta say to the random Nintendo worker that helped program this minigame and this entire video game entirely, God bless you, my boy or my girl. I don't know who it is that created it, but God bless you. Oh my God. Moving on next at number 2, we have, and this is an interesting one, Whack-A-Plant. Yep. Call me simplistic, but in all fairness, this is one of the best one-player minigames in the entire game. And honestly, Memory Match is one of my favorite, which is kind of fun to say the least, since it is a memory matching game. But all Whack-A-Plant is you just gotta jump on a piranha plant and you get coins for every piranha plant that you basically kill or you basically stomp on. And I mean, there's nothing to it. I mean, you don't have to get all of them. If you get a substantial amount of piranha plants stomped on, you get the coins. You get the gold, folks. Boom, bing, boom. Honestly, it's one of the more fun minigames one-player minigames I'll always enjoy, and honestly, yeah, if you already hadn't guessed, the top 3 are basically minigames I'll flat out enjoy no matter what. Oh jeez, simple, are we? Persian? Really? Just saying. Again, that wasn't my imaginary friend Persian. And trust me, there's a good chance you're gonna hear him for a lot more. Just don't worry about that. Anyway, finally, we have the number 1 entry. And that, my friends, has to be the one, the only Bumper Balls! Yep, that's right. I am a Mario Party shill. In fairness, can you even blame me? I mean, no wonder Bumper Balls is everyone's favorite Mario Party 1 minigame. And it's because of the fact that, granted, you're running on balls. on a simple platform. And you have to knock, and basically you have to try and knock your opponents who are also on their balls off of the platform into the water. Honestly, this is one of the most fun moments ever. And the fact this is like a last one standing sort of mini game. Honestly, I'm there for this one. Granted, now that I realize it, every time I play through it, while I do get knocked off before the end sometimes, more often than not, it always ends up as a tie. It's pretty weird how it is, but then again, honestly, this one's the most weirdest mini game in the franchise. And it really says a lot. That being said, while I haven't seen it yet, I've heard the bumper ball maze is pretty interesting as well. Honestly, I definitely want to see it more often than not. That's all I gotta say. That being said, with that, that's all of the top 10 Mario Party 1 minigames. Honestly, this is starting to... Well, that's all of my top 10 favorite Mario Party 1 minigames. And now for those that already don't know, I have an announcement. I'm getting ready for a brand new... for one of my biggest undertakings, as I am planning to do a little bit of an essay. Basically all about Fire Emblem characters that I believe are autistic. Or at least, to an extent, show some signs of being autistic coded. Granted, it's gotta be one of my interesting ones, and I don't know when I'm gonna have it ready, but I'm currently researching everything I can about autism and the autistic spectrum, and everything within, from like Wikipedia and TV tropes. So honestly, just stay with me, folks, because by the time I get this entire research done and the entire thing planned out, you'll be the first to know. And hopefully you'll get to see it soon enough. So stay tuned for that big ol' undertaking. That being said, as always, folks, like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.